The Bible says in Romans 8:28 that all things work together for good to them that love God, to those that are called according to his purpose. If you love God, all things work together for good. Doesn't mean all things are good, but all things can work together for good. Back in the early 60s, there's a true story of a missionary that went overseas to reach a people group that were carnivorous. They ate people. And he went to minister to this tribe because he had a burden to reach them. And in the process of reaching this people group, they killed him and they ate him. Well, how is that any good if all things work together for good? How is that any good when a man that's just trying to do something good for God to further the gospel to a people who have not heard a gospel? Where's God? Where's a loving God in that? And all of a sudden, that missionary board found out and had to make the tough phone call to the family of this missionary. They got a hold of that young missionary's mother and let her know what happened. And when she heard that news, this frail mother went into cardiac arrest and dropped. And the ambulance had to come and get her and take her to the hospital. Where is the good if there is a God? If there is a God, why this situation? Why this circumstance I find myself in? Another story of a little toddler with his older sister. They heard the ice cream truck. I don't know if you guys have those around here. They don't have ice cream trucks in South Dakota. It's just always frozen. They heard the sound of an ice cream truck. So that older sister told her little brother, you stay right there. I'll go get you some ice cream. She went across the street and started ordering some ice cream. But that little toddler could not help himself. He wanted to go get some ice cream. So he ran across the road. And a car didn't see him and hit that little toddler. And he lodged under the car and was drugged for a quarter of a mile. Dislodged, and they didn't even know when they kept on driving. Rushed to the ER, pronounced dead upon arrival. Nothing they could do. They put the sheet over the boy. Returned to the scene of that elderly woman who lost her son, missionary, to a cannibalistic tribe. A family doctor who was off duty came to visit and see how she was. And after that visit and after she was stabilized, he began to leave that hospital and began to walk down the door to exit to his vehicle. And upon exit, he saw this little gurney with a sheet over a little tiny body of a boy who just got ran over and was pronounced dead. And he's not that he's ever not seen a dead body before, but what caught his attention was how small that body was under the sheet. And so he asked them to stop, and he pulled back the sheet, and he began to ask questions about this little boy on that gurney. And so he asked, is there a scalpel? And they gave him a scalpel, and he punctured that little boy's chest open and cut the lung open, and blood began to protrude out of it. And he resuscitated that little toddler, that 3-year-old boy, back to life. That boy was my father. I would not be here today if it was not for somebody that heard the call of God to go to another continent to reach a cannibalistic group and give their life. Because someone gave their life, God resuscitated another life. I don't know what hell you're going through, but I promise you this: all things work together for your good.